All
So,
right, let's go. Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
Previously on Song of Ice and Fire, Caladan Chronicles, we travelled to um, Sir Igus Timos at Helmbreaker's Hall to start our adventure into into the Red Mountains. Um, though beforehand we did some character introductions of Varen Flowers, played by Manakai for a while, and the two Dornishmen, Kevin Rain and Ren. All introductions were pretty interesting. Then we travelled for like the usual timestamp. Got to Helmbreaker Hall, had some information about where to find caches of food and water and stuff. Where the best place to insert ourselves into the mountains would be, being the Tower of Joy. Where the Vulture King, as it were, has put all of his stuff. They presume, like a keep embedded into the rock, like in ye olde times, like Deepwell Keep. We went in. Varen slipped and gave himself a boo-boo. We carried on. We killed some people. Then Alaric slipped. Gave himself a very big boo-boo. Varen slipped because of Alaric's slip and got himself a boo-boo. And then Alaric almost suffocated under a rock. Then we left it with some light conversation. So, yeah. Lovely.
We also had a very interesting time at the Tower of Joy.
Yeah, each character had a dream.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't have a dream.
Which were creepy.
There's also a mysterious tree above it.
Yeah, there was a tree. Like, yeah,
Can't be anything important.
can't be important. Not at all. Not at all. Where did I actually put that text doc?
Now hold still. Now hold still. This wound is
There
still
it
not
is.
closing it.
Right, and do you remember where you are right now?
We
Near one of the water sources, which the cache told us to go to. Correct.
yes, yes, we found a cache that had like directions to a water source, and then we found a place near the water source to camp for the night, I believe.
Yeah, the water source here being very meager. It is simply a rock that in the sort of evening, or I guess that's technically like, yeah, the evening, which means since your time basically is flipped around while being here, and that's like
It's
when
dawn,
you wake up,
essentially.
yeah. There's a little moisture on the outside of the rock that can be collected with a bit of diligent work. It's not glamorous, and it tastes like
All
rusty,
limestoney.
but
Horrible.
yeah, it's it's something to drink, and you can just put your face on the rock and have a little bit of a slightly cool face. So that's nice, I mean, it's not something you get every day.
Definitely not in this place now.
Yeah. So after hanging out for a day and gathering enough water to basically fill your canteens, your water skins and such, having basically taken turns to sit, like slowly scraping the water off the damp wall into the little skin you have. It's not much. Took a long time to do, but you did it. And now, after sleeping through another, I mean, the sleeping in here is horrible because you sleep basically in a little bit of shade, but like the rock itself begins to heat up, and that's why it's never really cold, even in the evening. There's not really much holding the heat here, except for the rocks. They're sort of perpetually heated, even in the evening when you get up. you can sort of see these, like heat waves coming from the ground into the sort of cooler air above. It is not nice to sleep on. Generally, you sweat a lot, which is just a horrible loss of water, which is one of the reasons it's so difficult to carry a lot of water in here. Which is why it weighs you down so much, because you basically have like a big, huge backpacks that's just water. Because otherwise you die. So,
One thing, we need a giant condensation chamber.
you can basically, if you lose water, you can survive for a day, and then you're pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Of course, depending a little bit on your endurance, but it is very difficult to not be dead after a day without water here. Even if you walk at night.
Yeah,
Walking in the day, you could probably do an hour, maybe 2 hours of day travel, but after that, the simple heat would begin to overwhelm you, and like even if you have armor on, especially, it basically begins to cook you. It's yeah.
Roast night.
Even the goats and such are only out in the morning and the evening, which also makes it difficult to hunt them. It's a very inhospitable place. You know that there are snakes here, scorpions, other poisonous critters. Bushes are thin and small and have long thorns to protect their inner moisture from whatever might try to eat them. Yeah. It's not great. Yes, you've heard that there is a type of, you were told by Zotimius, because you chose to go there and talk to him. Spent time doing that. That there is that if you see red slimy streaks near water, don't ever drink it or touch it. Something you've learned as well. Because if you do, then you're going to be very, very sad and dead. Yeah, so it's a great place to go, and you certainly have. And you get to decide in which direction you want to go now. Continuing to press inwards into the deeper and deeper parts of the mountains, of course, or the direction you have been going, to try to see if you could track down some important people who live here. The excellent sort of infiltration forces of the vultures that are capable of survival and doing pretty much everything. They're very, very dangerous people. You have faced 2 of them, I think, before, outside the tavern. 2 of these elite bowmen, basically. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
And now you're searching for a party of them in their natural habitat.
Yay.
In the middle of the night.
I wouldn't say that like that. It doesn't sound very smart.
But if you kill enough of them, maybe they won't be able to keep watch over these parts, because no one else can. Travel here is a permanent occupation, so.
I don't think I would want this as an occupation.
Nope.
I suppose it's just continuing on the way.
Yeah, I guess.
Further and further into the mountains. Now, you do know, sort of, somewhat, how many days in the vulture's roost would be? Do you plan to go north or south around it? Or straight towards it?
I would say south, but because that part is probably less guarded.
I would... Right,
The south has the supply trains.
That
What
also.
did the north have again, sorry?
their base.
Yeah, no, but like there was like this whole bubble that was like up here.
I think it's just a circle.
There's
west.
not as much up there, simply because the Helmbreakers actually like scout some of it and such. But you don't really have a lot of information about that. It's a little too close to the marshal. I mean, probably like raiders who raid upon the Boneway and the Princess Pass and such. Probably less density of enemies. Certainly.
What about terrain? Like, is it just pretty much the same either way? Because it
Yeah,
might. It
basically,
looks
the
kinda nice there.
central ridge here is very rocky. Around it, there's very sort of crumbly, lots of hollowed out caverns and such. Basically, where this river begins and down to this river. And outside of that, it's just the cliffs that go pretty much straight up. What you see on this picture displayed here, basically, are the cliffs of the outside. Getting up there to begin with is one of the problems when you have an army. Maybe find a secret door or like a tunnel, but like a guy can walk in there at a time. It takes a lot of time to get like 3,000 people up there. At that time, the top ones have already died.
Yeah. Alright. North seems nicer, which is probably a trap. So, north. I think.
All right, north.
I don't have a
Sure.
Bree to disagree with me, so.
So you get to decide. She doesn't for some reason.
She's still bitching about me falling. That's what it is.
Oh, you idiot.
If we go south, we might be able to raid some of their convoys as well. Or convoys,
Yeah, that will
Like
raise an
raids.
alarm as well.
but, not
Well-
to kill everyone.
But the thing is essentially once we remove the elites, the alarm will be sounded anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then there's no elites to come and hunt us.
Yes, my point is, going after the supply caravans possibly afterwards wouldn't change anything
Yeah.
that way.
No, we should
Yeah,
definitely
I'm
go
all
for
the
some elites first, but if we can grab some supply trains after that, that might be good. And also, if we run out of supplies again, we might just take it from them.
Though going north, we'll also find more of Elmbreaker stashes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would prefer taking it from them though.
So would I, but path of least resistance.
That means archers and wounds. And
Yeah. I mean, we could roll a d2 and decide, but
Right, so Halldamir, north or south?
I think north.
Go, north or south?
south.
I say
Your
south.
tiebreaker.
South, alright. South it is.
I mean, it's still up to you because you're in command, so you can say north if you want to.
That's true. Your character can overrule that.
Hey, he
So if you want
likes
to go north, we go north.
he likes democracy sometimes. He's not an absolute ruler.
Wait. You
South.
like democracy? What kind of lord are you?
He's not a lord, exactly.
I like
You're
He's
gonna
not
become a mayor of, like, a
landed
town,
me
though.
yet, fuck's sake.
We are landing you. Just the town's still being built.
Exactly. Alright. South it is.
All right. Which
I
pretty
like
much
it.
for now
Ratified
takes
democracy.
much straight. All right. Well, you certainly begin, continue your travels. Taking a few days to just sort of wander and walk without much of anything really happening. Going further in.
Keevan's obviously like ranging forth. Scouting
of
for
course
us.
he is. Of course he is. Maybe Kevin would like to do a survival check to see if he can actually how well he's finding shelter for you.
Okay.
To hide you from the deadly rays of the sun.
That's your command, Halldamir?
Not bad.
I mean, that's fairly nice shelter. Yeah. There aren't really any problems during this time, but I would like you all to do like a climb check.
Would you like one from Bree? Because I heard she open.
Sure.
Okay.
Alright, so that's athletics.
Yep. Athletics climb.
Alright, so I'll do Keevan's. Oh.
Please note he does have once per day. He can re-roll any one check and take the better result.
Alright.
I'll probably
I think
do that
he'll-
one.
He'll re-roll that one.
You there.
There we go.
Yeah, that's
There
That's,
is Bree's. Oh!
Oh my.
decent.
Uh-huh.
Dreading.
Are
Can
you guys
someone,
remembering
like-
your armor penalty?
Yeah.
I'm remembering it. Can
minus
someone like
3.
chuck down a rope,
One
please?
sec. Okay, I did not include the armor penalty in Bree. The armor penalty in Bree will bring her to 3.
I do have a rope actually, so I could do that.
Yeah, if you could do that because I'm wounded, so
Yeah.
I won't make it. Really, unless like maximum 6 can make it. which I don't think it will.
Baron, you're wounded as well, right?
Oh yeah, I am. That's
What,
true.
remove the
The
remove the
8 you
two.
have.
Yeah. So I should
Remove.
reroll that then, or
8.
okay.
No, the penalty die you should drop the lowest dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So you can just
Right.
apply a penalty.
so the final result. So did you include Keevan's penalty?
Oh crap! No, I've
So
totally forgot.
that's
Keevan's.
-1 on Keevan.
Yes, -1 on Keevan.
So
So,
Keevan
15.
So Keevan 15, Bree 3, Baron 10, me 13.
Varen
and then
8.
Yeah, Baron 8.
Baron 8. And
Yeah. And Alaric's watching proudly from
He
bottom.
doesn't want to climb.
He's waiting for some rope because
Just standing stoically by the side of the mountain.
yeah,
Sure.
wounded and in armor is gonna struggle. He's
So what do you do with the rope?
Is there somewhere I can find to tie it to, like a huge boulder, or maybe?
There's like spikes and like strange rock thing. I mean, it's a cliff, right? So
I mean,
probably like a crack or something.
okay, how about this?
You guys waiting
You can do an awareness and see how well you can find something to tie.
How
to.
about this? If Keevan's up there, he could look around for a good place to put it as well.
Sure, you can do an awareness.
That's probably better.
He's Bree's insensitive, so she won't.
Yeah,
No,
she
she
won't.
doesn't care.
Yeah, she doesn't give a fuck.
All right. Yeah, all right. You'll find a decent place, like a rock outcropping.
Yeah.
You know,
So
as good as can be. It's not really a great place for.
so I tie it to that, and I will also be holding it as well, just in case.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So if it starts to like go or snap or anything, I could grab hold of it and yeah.
Yeah.
This is sounding like a comedy. This is sounding like a comedy ready to go start.
It's gonna go horribly. I can almost see this.
Well, you do
I'm
have a
gonna
lot
need
of athletics.
I'm going to need a bigger. I'm thinking you're gonna need a bigger medkit.
Come on, 6. -1. I fall.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you definitely do.
You only have 3 dice in athletics.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just.
All right. Well, luckily, well, I guess a -1 is very, very bad though. It's absolutely horrendous.
Like 3 got 3 technically, but that's not as bad as the
Yeah,
-1.
it is not as bad by a degree. And yeah, I guess because what actually is going on here is that yeah, I mean tying a rope up it's the thing is not that difficult, but Baron Flowers is pretty clumsy. I remember.
Oh,
And
Don't make this my fault.
good with all these tiny things like ropes
I mean,
being
Keegan
tied,
could've
knots
helped.
and such. And he's holding it as Alaric basically like climbs up and then like the rock he's holding like falls out of the cliffside and he falls and grabs to the rope. Baron has a chance to fall as well down, being pulled over the edge, but maybe he can be an agility quickness too, fast enough to just sort of.
Well, no.
You can try.
No, I can't. I have 2 pelleted dice in it, and I have 2 dice.
You physically can't.
Because I have a wound, so I can't.
Oh, you people.
He has 0 agility.
Or you could, for example, and this is something I'm going to remind you of because you haven't really been doing it. You know, using destiny points to activate environmental qualities. Like using a destiny point, spending it, you could say, well, there is something that would be in this kind of environment that can help you or save you or let you use a different stat or something like that.
Alright. So, let's say instead that in front of Aaron is also quite a big boulder that he will instead slam into and sort of keep hold of the rope so that Halldamir doesn't fall, but instead he takes an injury. Something like that, maybe?
Well, I mean, I'd say you probably do a like endurance check to
Yeah, okay.
like. I mean, you don't have to take an injury if you spend a destiny point. That's
Right, okay.
not the point here.
Let's do that.
See if you can hold on while you're strained against the rock instead of being quick enough to. deal with it. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So Alaric basically, like the robe saves him from the fall.
Okay.
Mushing Varen up against like a boulder that's sitting there. Yeah, it is pretty terrible. And in the part of it, like if you, what would you rather have fall out of your bag, food or water?
Food. I can survive longer without food, I guess.
All right.
Or could I spend a destiny point so that I tied my bag really well and it doesn't happen?
You only have 1 point, don't you?
I have, but I would have to go down to get the food because that'd be terrible. Although Kevin could probably do that.
It's not gonna be good anymore.
No, okay.
It's going to fall into the dusty red sand.
It's fine. You lose a day of ration, putting you on the same amount as you have water right now, basically.
Okay.
From
fuck
this
it.
this ordeal, you know, with the rope, it's possible to not lose too much in this climbing. But you're up the ridge, and you can continue to press onwards.
Yeah.
As you do, sort of a little. This is even messing with my brain. The fact that you're traveling only at night, a little earlier in the day, meaning later in your night awaken time. You begin to hear in the distance, sort of a very in the distance, sort of echoing on some of the rocks. Someone, like it sounds like a person, singing something. The words are not really tangible.
Should maybe put out the torch and have
Kevin
scattered out.
Yeah. Yeah, torches out and Kevin go and hunt for... stealthily look around for who it may be.
Oh, sure.
What's the lighting like tonight? Is there a moon or is it?
The stars. There's a bit of a moon, yeah. It's not too bad. You can still see stuff.
Then we are snapping and a loud scream.
Yeah, we can just wait for him, really.
I've got 2 clumsy people behind me. Sorry if I'm paranoid.
We can just wait for him because we need a guide, really.
Yep.
We'll wait for him.
We're not gonna move in complete darkness.
No. Not in
You should
plate
clearly
armor.
charge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck that.
Sure. A little bit of time passes. Difficult to say how much. It's nice just to get a rest, really, after all the walking. Also, like, it's not that difficult to see right now because, you know, it's getting earlier. So, yeah. But he basically returns a little bit later and informs you in whatever words he would use that it seems like there is a bit of a small outcropping of rocks, and there's some people there, and one of them is singing very loudly.
Okay, are they singing?
The rest of them appear to be Dornish.
How are they dressed? Are they armed?
Yeah, they have bows. Some of them have like spears. Seemingly.
Do they have any
The
light?
singing man is bound and doesn't have anything, so presumably he's a prisoner. They do not have a light with them.
Right.
Okay.
So they will probably see us going up there.
They did seem to be eating,
Right.
and he managed to be quiet, though he doesn't think that you'll manage to be quiet.
No.
Remember that still. Not the people in plate armor.
No. It's like impossible for me to do that.
While wounded.
While wounded. It's literally impossible for me to do it while wounded. Alright. Did it look like there's anywhere that we could perhaps lay an ambush for dusk? Wait.
Eating right now is the issue.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, the next night.
Yeah, we would have to know where they are heading then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We don't know which way they're going.
They're
Like-
probably heading north, but we can't know really.
Yeah, they could be heading... Well, yeah, they're most likely heading north. To
Yeah, I mean, they
Vulture's
could be out
Roost.
on patrol and just... But since they have a prisoner, they're probably gonna go there.
Yeah, they'll probably head towards the Vulture's Roost. Is there, like, There's no real way of even knowing what way they could go. Because they could just go a whole roundabout way. Because they're Dornish, they know all the ways to go around this place, so...
Mm-hmm.
We can't go up there to engage them, because... Well,
We
we'll
can.
probably die going up there, or they'll know that we're there by the time we arrive.
I mean, right now they're not kind of like watching out like bows pointed at the hill.
No.
We might be able to get sort of close before they spot us, and
Apparently, one of us moves at the speed of a train. So
Yeah. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he sure does. Alright, yeah, we can try. Perhaps Kevin could spend a short time finding a nice route for us to get there without, crippling us.
not crippling.
or without being spotted soon.
Or without being
I don't think spotted
yeah.
necessarily. The problem necessarily is sound potentially,
Yeah.
and the
So-
light shining over the ridge.
Yeah. Less climbing would be great, but
You don't
I mean,
have to climb to get there.
if-
They're holed up in like it's basically like a rock outcropping, and then like there's what seems to be like a sort of a furrow below it
okay.
where they are. They won't be able to see much, though. There's probably some form of scout. Kevin didn't see one.
Okay, so if I say if Kevin tries using his tracking skills to find the best approach for us to get to an ambushable position for them.
That sounds more like it would be like strategy to find a good ambush site.
Or fishing.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really go and scout there unless there's a nice vantage point for me. Unless he can give decent enough information on a scouting trip.
Well, it seems like whatever place they're in right now is shielded from the sun, which also means that it's hard to get a view on it. You could, like, attack them during the day and during the heat for a little while, but,
When they sleep.
like, getting the jump on them probably. Otherwise, you could go now, and, I mean, they might not be, like, packed down or whatnot. But they're probably not expecting you, because it seems like a ludicrous proposition that anyone would do what you're doing. So,
Especially,
likely
especially,
anyone would expect it.
especially when it's nearing dawn.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I like that. Let's. Yeah, I think attacking now would be a better decision than during the day, because we're more likely to cook.
If we need to leave during the day, that means we're going to have to travel in the day.
Yeah, we don't want to leave in the day. So
Well, we
Do
could
it
go
now.
attack them and like sleep right after that.
Well, the issue is, what if it doesn't go well? You also need to think about.
Yeah.
yeah.
What, if we need to run, we're not. If it's a daytime, we're gonna have trouble with that.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay, yeah, so now, if we can get there somewhat well.
Sure. Luckily, the person singing is singing loudly enough, being almost obnoxious about it.
Oh,
That
before we go in, Alaric would like to drink a dose of milk of the poppy that he has,
all right.
and offer one up to Varen, because he has two. It
Right.
removes your wound for the combat, basically.
Yep.
For tests.
I will not refuse my lord.
Alright, cool. I'll take off both of the milk
Some
bottles.
poison.
I forgot to tell you, this is basilisk blood. We're going to... Our brains are going to explode now.
Well, I would say I
Beautiful.
had a good life, but
He's been kind of shit.
Goodbye, my son.
I was wondering when you'd eventually speak.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
was hoping to save the reveal for when I was connected to the server, but I've just had a connecting screen for the past 10 minutes.
Oh, that's
Oh,
not
great.
good. Normally when that happens, the server needs to be restarted for some unknown reason.
Well, let's get that over with then.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yes, the error on disconnecting. That's the key right there.
Yeah, that's what we like. That's what we like.
Error cannot shut down.
Connected.